just the best people any pastor could be privileged to lead. And I want y'all to give yourselves an incredible hand clap. I am the most blessed pastor in the world to pastor the Greater Grace Church. Thank y'all so much for being present. Grab your neighbor's hand as we prepare to pray. Pastor Moss, thank you so much, sir, for just being so authentic and so genuine. Pastor Don, I can't say thank you enough because you and I go way back. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. The fact that God allows us to do this together from the same neighborhood, the same beginnings, is such an incredible blessing to my amazing wife. Just allowing, God Almighty, just allowing home to be a home. Amen. Now, if you ain't never been in a situation where when you go home, you don't feel at home, or when you head home, you head 3 other places before you get home. Amen. The fact that you rush home because you know, regardless of whatever you face out in the world, that there's a smile waiting for you, that's a blessing. Then to Dr. Tan in her absence, we bless God for her leading us through the terrain of this ministry. And then lastly, I thank God for my jurisdictional bishop being here this morning. I bless the Lord for him and his lovely wife. We thank God, the epitome of support, the epitome of brotherhood, the epitome of anointing and oil. And so I thank God. And then lastly, Greater Grace, there could not be a better place. Whole lot of places may be bigger than us, whole lot of places may have more money than us, but I promise you, they don't have the oil, the power, or the favor that we have. And I thank the Lord for you. Grab your neighbor's hand as you clutch it real good. Look at your neighbor. Just say, neighbor, I got something I got to give to you. Look at the other neighbor on the other side and say, neighbor, I got a sneaky suspicion God's trying to get something to you. Father, in the name of Jesus, we showed up today, God, amidst the snow, amidst the ice, because, God, we believe you've got something you're trying to get to us. So now, God, I clutch my neighbor's hand to say that 18 is the year my stuff turns around. I clutch my neighbor's hand to decree and declare that that which was bent is about to be straightened up. 18 is the year, God, you're going to turn all of my stuff around. And it starts this Sunday, God. It starts the first Sunday of the year. That's why I had to be here. That's why I had to be in worship. Because, God, is some stuff I need you to do in 18. So, God, have your way. The next 51 weeks, God, put your weight on my life. Because, God, I started the year off with you. So I squeeze a breakthrough into my neighbor. I squeeze favor into my neighbor. I squeeze overflow into my neighbor. I squeeze double portion into my neighbor. I squeeze increase into my neighbor. Satan, you ain't got no power, no authority, and no dominion. Today, God, get what you sent my neighbor here to get. In Jesus' name we pray. Come on, let your neighbor's hand go. Open up your mouth and give God what you came here to give him. Give him praise today. Give him praise. I tell you to high five your neighbor and say, I'm going to praise him all year. That's the wrong neighbor. Find you another neighbor. Give him a high five and tell him I'm going to praise him all year. Because the God I serve is the one that we pray. The God I serve is my blessed Savior. The God I serve. I wish I had an outfit of one of y'all that could lift up your hand and just say, from the rising. Come on, lift your voice, beloved. I came to make the devil real mad. Say, Jesus, he is my blessing. I wish I had about 5 of y'all that lift up one hand with us and just say, he's worthy to be praised. Father, I tried to find where the house I live in, the money I have, he's worthy. But even if he takes all of that, Reverend Mark, he's the best man. You got blood in your body. Means the Lord is worthy. He's worthy. He's worthy. Saints, thank y'all so much for always being committed, for always being in place. Elder Kevin, thank you so much. Justin, I see we had a switch in the middle of the game. Amen. But that's what it takes sometimes. Being said it best, sometimes when plans don't always go, amen, the way we draw them up to go. Zach, you can't let one thing stop you from doing what God's called you to do. So Zach, thank you, man. Minson, thank you so much. Matthew 6, when you found it, shout, we got it. Lady Mason, if you're still looking forward, Lady Lisa, just say, wait a minute. Amen. Miller Time, you know I gotta wait on you. You know I gotta wait on you. Amen. While you're still locating it, tonight, y'all, everything else in the city is closed. Everything else in the city is shut down. Oh, but there's one place that's going to be open. And some, Lisa might call me crazy Jeray for being the only place that's open in town. But theologically for me, Bishop Mason, I just believe that if everybody else is closed, that's a real good place. Because now your options. Oh, y'all missed it here. See, if you can choose, mama, between Burger King and Hardee's and Wendy's and McDonald's, but if all of them are closed and it ain't but one open, you ain't got but one place to go. And beloved, I just believe that the same God who's a protector and a keeper will keep you. And since we the only ones open tonight, I dare you to high five your neighbor and say the only ones open tonight. I just believe Bishop John Eric God is going to land safely from Jacksonville, Florida with a tailor-made word just for you. And if you can just get here, I dare you to grab your neighbor Simone and say, just get here. If you can just get here to get it, I believe God. Here it is, y'all. Let me give y'all what the Lord gave me, and then we're going to get out of here so y'all can get back to the house and try to make it back tonight. Matthew chapter 6. Verse 19, Jeray says, Amari, do not store up for yourselves treasures on earth. Makes it where moths and vermins destroy, and where thieves break in and steal. But store up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where moths and vermins do not destroy, and where thieves do not break in and steal. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. For where your treasure is, Angel, I'm just reading the text, where your treasure is, there your heart will be also. Then verse 22 says, the eye is the lamp of the body. Yeah. And Gabby, if your eyes are healthy, your whole body will be full of light. But KT, if your eyes are bad, your whole body will be full of dark. If I had time, I would go ahead and park that and cut my hazard lights on and just tell you that in 18 you gotta watch the stuff you look at, because some of the stuff you looked at in 17 messed up your whole body. But that ain't why I'm here today. The text says, if then the light within you is darkness, how great is that darkness? Mama, no one can serve two masters. Dawn, you gonna either hate the one and love shame the other, or Militine be devoted, Desiree, to the one and despise the other. You cannot, Zach, serve both God and money. Oh God, I'm done reading here, Mincy. But 25 says, therefore, do not worry about, Bianca, your life. What you gonna eat or drink or your body or what you will wear. Is not life more than food and the body more than clothes? Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store away in barns, yet your heavenly Father feeds them. And as you rest in your seat, and there is, I need you to look at somebody near you and just tell them, I will not be derailed this time.
What you said.
Lazarus, I hope you heard what I said, Sister Sheila. I will not be derailed this time.
Yes, sir.
Shaq, I hope, Deacon, you heard what I said. I will not be derailed, Vanessa, this time. How many of you can co-sign with me that where you are in this season of your life, that is not, sir, where you thought you would be? Danielle, how many of us, Pastor Regina, have looked at where we are and thought, God, I thought, Bridget, I would be further along than I am. Somebody here this morning, you thought you would have more money than you have. Somebody here today, you thought your children would be in a better position than they are. Somebody here today, you never imagined that you would be in a season where you were by yourself at the age that you are. But I came to announce that life has an unusual way of derailing us sometimes. And I can tell the way some of y'all, Janelle, are looking at me this morning. You're saying, bro, why in the world are you preaching this on the first Sunday of the year? Because this is the Sunday, Bishop Mason, where we all make resolutions. This is the Sunday, Sharisa, where we make all kind of declarations. Where, Simone, we start saying stuff like, I'm going to work out more, and I'm going to eat healthy, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to give God more of my time. I'm going to give the church more of my finances. I'm going to actually take me a vacation for myself this year. This is the time of year, Don, where you make those declarations. But how many of y'all will be honest enough, Lisa, to admit to God, not to me today, that some of the stuff you said you were going to do in 17, you didn't finish it, DJ, by the end of 17. That some of the stuff, Shane, you said being you were going to do in 16, when 16 was over, you still had it undone. And it's merely because, Moss, I've discovered life has an unusual way of derailing us. Come here, Bridget, let me go ahead and preach to you and Ed for just a few moments. Ain't it strange how a routine trip away from the house turns into a night where the tire literally gets flat and now you've got to walk home because life has an unusual unusual way of derailing us. How many of y'all bank on being off work last week, even though you might have enjoyed it, but the weather derailed? My God, y'all missed the shout too. But life has an unusual way of derailing us. But I dare you to high five your neighbor and say, neighbor, in 18, I ain't getting derailed. I don't care what the devil throws at me. I don't care what happens in my life. I'm going to stay focused and faithful. Y'all, it's interesting. Life has a way, Macy, of unexpected stuff popping up. Now, watch this. How many of y'all have ever said, I'm going to be more generous this year? Let me see your hands if you. Paul, and what's crazy is you ever started saving money, and as soon, Emmanuel, as you get a little bit of savings, y'all know how we do. We start out with these chartered agendas horse that I'm going to save God $50 from every check. And just when you get about $200 in the cold saved up, something unexpected, Arjane, pops up. Or just when you start getting faithful to your church and serving your church and get active in a ministry, stuff in your life starts falling apart. But can I give you this one for free today? You ought to grab your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, don't get distracted or derailed this year. Because if you can finish the race, God's got a special blessing attached to those of us that finish it. I dare you to shout, I will not be derailed. Now, here it is. Y'all not going to like me right here. But I'm going to talk about the 4 principles of giving. Yeah, I know it's gonna get quiet right through here. I'm not going to get a whole lot of amens, Evangelist Wiggins. It's going to get real quiet because you don't mind me preaching about you getting a blessing and you getting a breakthrough and God sending increase on your road. But every now and then you got to sow something into the ground in order for something to pop up. So I dare you to high five your neighbor and say, neighbor, in 2018, I'm going to give more because I'm expecting God to do more. Somebody shout, I'm going to give. Now here it is. What are the 4 principles of giving? I'm glad you asked. John Wade, the first principle is giving profit has to be a priority. Amen. Everybody say priority. Now, Steve, notice how quiet it's gotten now. Because Aubrey, you thought after everybody has been blessed all week that you were going to come in today and literally pastor was going to preach you happy. But I'm going to preach you happy, but it's some other stuff you got to get happy about. Because when you learn how to become a generous person, if you've ever given anything to anybody that you didn't expect anything in return, ain't that a real good feeling, y'all? How many of y'all want to be in such a season of life where you just start walking around blessing folk you don't know, folk in the grocery store, folk on your job, folk in your neighborhood? Can I get 3 real folk to lean your head back and say, God, I'm ready to be generous. I'm ready to be so blessed where I ain't living paycheck to paycheck, but God, I'm so blessed I'm giving away my oh my. Y'all, giving has to be a priority. Give me 7 minutes. I'm going to wrap it up because y'all, some of y'all don't look real excited right through here. And I understand, but elbow your neighbor and say, neighbor, you better not go to sleep because you might miss your blessing. Watch this. Here it is. Many of us treat God as an afterthought. So God is not a priority. God, DJ, is an afterthought. So after Gabby, I bought what I want. After I got shoes I after my children have got stuff they want, after I've traveled, done what I want to do, then I give God was. Now, I ain't just talking about money. Look at your neighbor Marquise and say, he ain't just talking about money. Some of y'all give God the afterthought of your time. So after you've hung out all holiday and done whatever you wanted to do, then you want to show up to church and give God a half-hearted praise because you done spent all your time hanging out and enjoying yourself. But God is looking for people that are ready to make him a priority. I'm tired of coming to church tired. I'm ready to come to church with a full blast of energy because I've saved up my energy so that I can give God my best. I dare you to grab your neighbor's hand and say, he deserves your best. The first thing is giving. Gotta be, Bishop, a priority. And Grace, if we gonna get that 200,000, that 200,000 ain't gonna come because God is an afterthought. I hate to tell you this, but some of y'all, Cynthia, might have to hold up Malcolm on them shoes you want. And ask yourself, Elder Kevin, have I been obedient to God or is serving God a convenience? Let me give you the second thing, lest I press too long. Told you just give me 7 minutes, I'll be done. Because it's going to be rough through here all month long. But if you get these January sermons right, you'll be ready to shout February, March, April, May. See, Grace. Y'all got to get to the place spiritually where we grow up. Somebody shout where we grow up. Everything, Lisa, about God ain't always supposed to feel good. Some of the best medicine my mama ever gave me didn't taste good going down, but it delivered me when it came out. Y'all will catch that next week. And God is saying if you really want to get to that place, you got to be willing to be obedient even when it ain't convenient. Come on, let me give you the second thing. Here it is. Giving is to be a priority. But number two, giving is to be done proportionately. In other words, you got to be able to bless God and then save some for yourself. Many times, too many of us give all of us away, and then when it's time for you, you don't even have nothing left for it. But can I give you this one? Can you look at everybody on your road and just tell your road 18 is the year I'm going to be selfish? Sometime I might not respond to your call. I might not respond to your text. I'm not going to show up to every party because you run into everybody's party, everybody's celebration, and then you get home and you dead tired. You paying rent and mortgage in a place that you can't even enjoy because you ain't never there, because you everywhere for everybody else, and when it's time, oh my God. God Almighty, if y'all were just a little bit more warm, I would lift it like this and say you gotta be careful, because while you showing up to the house falling asleep, somebody else is outside of your house keeping your folk on y'all. I'm sorry. See you. By the time you get to the house, because you done shared yourself with everybody else. Come on, sir. Soon as you sit in your favorite seat, you better be careful, because everybody on the cell phone ain't on the phone handling business. Some folk are handling business while you sleep. And so you gotta learn how to save some of you for you so that you can enjoy you. Giving is proportional. Let me bless you with this real quick. Y'all, even when it comes to giving in church, I don't believe God wants you to give everything away. That's right. I know A lot of churches have a whole lot of different offerings and collect for this and collect for that. I just believe that the Lord wants me to enjoy some of the blessings God has given me. And I dare you to tap somebody near you in the 5 minutes that I've got left and tell them, neighbor, I'm going to stop apologizing for how blessed I really am. You got to get to a place, Mason, where you stop being uncomfortable, because folk ain't comfortable with what God's doing for you. If they ain't comfortable, Darius, with how God is blessing you, that ain't your problem, that's their problem. Steve, if your boys can't accept the fact that God has blessed your life, that ain't your problem, that's their problem. Can I get about 11 of y'all that are ready to walk into a place, Militime, where you ain't apologizing for how the Lord is blessing you? You ain't apologizing, whores, for the doors God is opening. I dare you to high five your neighbor, say, stop apologizing. Here it is. Stop apologizing and stop explaining it. Ray, how you gonna explain to folk God stuff when they ain't God? Okay. I'll just preach to the light the rest of the way out. Grab your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, you got to stop explaining what God did for you when you don't even know how he did it in your mind. Is there anybody in here that the Lord has done something for you, Lady Mason, and you don't even know how the Lord did it himself? I wish I had 5 of y'all that would lean your head back and just holler back and say, I can't explain it. I can't explain why I'm as blessed as I am. I can't explain why I got the job I got. I can't explain with my credit how the Lord keeps opening these doors. But somebody shout, it pays to serve Jesus. It is. Giving is a priority.
Put your weight on it, brother.
Giving is to be done proportionally.
Yeah.
Oh, but here's number 3. Giving is to be done sacrificially.
I see.
I thought you would like this a little bit better than you saying amen, because you love good teaching. And this is real good teaching here, John Wade. Giving is to be done sacrificially.
Yes, sir.
Why, mama, are you going to give God something that don't cost you nothing?
Wow.
Paul, we come in church week after week giving God an offering.
Talk, sir.
But it don't cost you a thing.
My God.
Evangelist Wiggins, and I know about 7 of y'all got a little upset with her because when she got the mic, she started talking about money, and some of y'all just hate that money conversation. Oh, but I dare you to just look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, but if you're doing what the Lord wants you to do, God Almighty, ain't nobody else. Oh my God, y'all missed it. Y'all missed it. See, you want to come in and give God a praise, and you want everybody already to be on fire for the Lord. Sometimes, Horace, you got to learn how to build your own fire. Even when the people are cold, you got to come in and say, this joy that I have, the world didn't. Let me go ahead and give it to you this way, because about 9 of y'all still look a little salty with me. I'm going to go ahead and give God praise for y'all, because you made a sacrifice just to be here. Grab your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, it was a sacrifice, but I'm so glad I made it. I wish I had about 3 of y'all that could lean your head back and say, God, I thank you, because 18 is going to be the year that I make a sacrifice. Grab your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, I'm going to give him a praise of sacrifice. Even if I don't feel like it, I'm going to praise him anyhow. Even if my bank account says I shouldn't be praising him, I'm going to open up my mouth and I'm going to give God praise. Grab the neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, let's make a sacrifice. Here it is, y'all. Giving is a priority. Giving has to be proportionally done.
Oh, yeah.
But then giving whores has to be sacrificial.
Yes, sir.
When was, Aubrey, the last time you did something for God that you felt? Danielle, when was the last time you praised him and you were tired? When was the last time you wrote a check and you thought about the check after you wrote the check? Because you had planned to do something else with the check. But the Lord said, well, when was the last time you swiped electronically and the whole time that you were walking to the electronic swipe, you kept saying to God, God, are you really serious? You want me to give this right now? God, are you really serious? You want me to do this right now? But Bridget, I wish I had 5 of y'all, Pastor Regina, that could lift up both hands and say, every time I sacrifice for God, God has given me double for my sacrifice. I wish I had 3 of y'all that would just open up your mouth and shout, it pays to sacrifice. I'm done. I will not be derailed this time. Giving is to be a priority. Giving is to be done proportionally. Giving is to be done profit sacrificial.
My God.
I wonder, God, man, I'm going to get this last point. I'm done. 3 minutes. Here it is. I wonder if I said bring a sacrificial offering right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you have enough faithful obedience
My God.
to move from where you are and come make a sacrifice? Elbow your neighbor and say, you can relax. He ain't going to ask for it. Because I saw about 7 of y'all draw right up just then and say, oh, here it comes. He's getting ready to ask for another offering. I wonder if I ask right now for you to lift your hands in a sacrifice. I wonder if you were able to come make a sacrifice. Elbow your neighbor and say, neighbor, I'm getting ready to offer God a sacrifice of praise. Grab the neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, I feel a praise about to break. Because this is the year, Elder Kevin, that God is looking for some people who are willing to make a sacrifice. I dare you to go to 3 people, give them a high five, and tell them, say, neighbor, all God wants is a sacrifice of praise from your mouth. Can I get 33 of y'all to leap on your feet and say, God, 17 was a rough year, but 18 is the year of my turnaround. And since the Lord get ready to turn it around, I might as well give God a sacrifice of praise. God, find your neighbor and say, neighbor, it was cold when I left the house. Neighbor, I slid down the road, but I had to make a sacrifice because I knew if I sacrificed, the Lord would make a way out of no way. Good evening, y'all. That's not right. It's time to go. But grab neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, giving is a priority. Giving must be done proportionately. Giving must be done sacrificially. But finally, giving should be done cheerfully. For the Bible declares the Lord loves a cheerful giver. Grab your neighbor's hand and say, neighbor, I'm getting excited about being a blessing. I'm getting excited about being a blessing. another neighbor, put your arm around and say, neighbor, I'm excited about what God is ready to do in your life. Good night, church. I'll see you later. But one more. Neighbor, give them both your hands and say, neighbor, I'm going to leave for your increase. I'm going to leave for your breakthrough. I'm going to leave for your joy. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, you ain't excited about time. Put your hand in their hand and say, neighbor, the Lord loves a cheerful giver. And I'm excited about what God is getting ready to do in your life. And lean your head, put your church face up and say, God, 18 is the year of my turnaround. I dare you to turn around one time. I'm finished. I'm on my time. 25 says, therefore, do not what? Therefore, do sure. Therefore, in other words, Danielle, what I was worried about last year, DJ, the Bible says, therefore, do not worry. Can I get 10 of y'all to lift up both hands and say, Father, Father, I stretch my hands to thee, no other help. I know about your neighbor and say, neighbor, I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about a bill. I ain't worried about a man. I ain't worried about a woman. I ain't worried about a church. I ain't worried about a job. But the Lord, but the Lord has it. The Lord. Therefore, do therefore, why you worried about where you gonna be working next year? Thank God for the job you got. Come on, rest on me. Therefore, I want to cancel the spirit of worry. Bishop Mason, I spent too many years